They only really have room for one, but it might be too late. Stop playing dead. No more weapons. And right away, Nessie grabs Alien. Now they're just both upside down. Boom. Oh, this is super close. Decimator loses their weapon as well. The tournament begins now. They're both staying back a little bit. Alien makes the charge and gets the first hit. And that does a lot of damage to artillery, but artillery picks Alien up. Oh, artillery lands a shot! And artillery almost lands a second one, but does hit Alien's wheels with the ricochet. And, oh, artillery system has taken a lot of internal damage and probably won't be able to launch any more projectiles. But they're able to use their self-rider, which has kind of become a shield, as a way to lift Alien into the air. But artillery has taken a lot of damage. But Alien's taken some damage too. Another hit there. And Alien wins. Pick one of these 16 robots to root for, or just watch the show neutrally. Either way, welcome to the show. This is MarbleBots. We've already seen Alien knock out artillery. Next up is Tongue versus Decimator. We'll finish the round with Linebacker versus Piggyback. The fight begins now! Now, Decimator is a full body spinner. This means their whole body, that's their weapon. Tongue is a puncher bot, which means they try to get some jabs in there with a forward push of their weapon. It is not the most powerful weapon, but Tongue is a very durable bot, so that should make up for it. They've been going at it for a while, and Tongue has lost their weapon. Decimator loses their weapon as well. Decimator backs off. And this fight has just 15 seconds left in it. The judges are going to rank these bots based on how much damage they have taken. And it looks like Tongue wins. Oh, it's getting closer. Oh boy, and yes, Tongue wins. Rick's Bug. Purple's War Cart. Purple is the last competitor to win an individual tournament. They're going to try to repeat here. But Bug getting off to a very good start and has completely disabled Purple's hammer spinner weapon. And Bug gets Warcart upside down. Purple needs to recover if they want to have any chance, but they don't have any means to recover. They're just done. Bug wins. Linebacker versus Piggyback. Now, Piggyback is a multi-bot, which means they have two bots, but there are some restrictions to prevent them from being really any stronger than one bot would be. We'll see if Linebacker can get the win. This is a fair fight. And Linebacker really going on a roll against Piggyback and then flips over, but they have a self-rider. Not many of the bots have a self-rider, but that can really help you win the tournament. Warcart would have loved to be able to self-right in that last fight. And Linebacker self-rights again. Meanwhile, Piggyback, one of them is on their Piggyback. And now both of them are on their Piggyback, but Linebacker is stuck on top of the Piggybacks. And they're taking damage right by their spinner, and Yellow wins.
Hey,
Yes, say you?
I can't help but notice the bots who won by knockout are ranked lower than the bots who won by judge's decision. What is up with that?
The bots who won by knockout. Right now, all they are considered to have done is beat the bots who are the lowest ranked. And they are the lowest ranked because they lost by knockout. It's a weird quirk in the rating system that will be sorted out after multiple rounds. Do not worry about it.
Now presenting some fights that were kinda boring, so I put them in a montage instead.
Here we are, Bug versus Nessie. And Medical gets flipped over right side up. Okay, here we are, Decimator versus Artillery. This one could end up being a really good fight. 3 of those sections must be knocked out for Bug to get a knockout win. Playing the waiting game as his Hermit Crab. Oh, there goes Medical. Medical is upside down. They do not have keys to self-right. Ooh, and Artillery gets, like, kind of spun upside down. And is just coughing up projectiles. And Sneeze going in. Medical wins. And Artillery is low on ammunition right now. Their backs are to each other right now. That's not really gonna do much. Bug gets a hammer in on Nessie and gets some more hammers in. Nessie trying to get a little chomp down, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, and tongue is broken. And then Snout fixes it. Okay. And Bug just battering and Bug big wins, rather. Big wins. That was very nice of you, Snout. Fixing your opponent's weapon. I feel like maybe I should censor this. Artillery is down to just one book. No, never mind. I'm trying to figure out, like, if Bug can fit in Nessie's grabber. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I don't know. And that's time up. They just have their backs to each other the whole time. Medical wins. Nessie is definitely the faster robot here, but Bug has a very powerful weapon. But Decimator is down a wheel. They only have 3 left, and 2 of them are on the top. They only really have 1 useful wheel right now. And there goes Decimator. Artillery wins. I really don't have much to say about this fight, really. And Bug is upside down. We're gonna need to get right side up. Hermit Crab using their weapon against Snout's little trunk. Nessie might help them, while backing into them. Bug is kind of backed into a corner, though. And that's gonna do it. This one's going to the judges. Snout wins. And Bug self-rights. There we go. But their backs are to each other right now, so not as much is gonna happen anymore. Ooh, and there's a hitty-poundy sort of thing. And now Snout is just kind of pulling Hermit Crab back. And Snout can't seem to do much more than just kind of bump Hermit Crab up a little bit. And boom, there goes Bug. There goes Bug, hitting Nessie. So yeah, I do not... Oh, there goes Snout's weapon, right before the bell. And Snout wins. Bug is just on top of Nessie. Bug has been caught on very unique angles throughout this fight. Both of them have taken a lot of damage. Very decent amount of damage to both of them. And that is going to bring us to a judge's decision. And, oh boy, here we go. Bug wins. And now we go into round 2. We start off with Sneeze versus Linebacker. And then we got 2 HammerBots, Warcart versus Coal Mine. And then we got the powerful hammer Bug against the multibot Piggyback. And then we finish off with the giant HammerBot, Big, up against the grappler bot Nessie. Alright, here we are. Sneeze versus Linebacker. Both bots lost their first fight. Linebacker very nearly won. They got both the piggybacks on their piggybacks, which could have knocked Piggyback out, but then they just got stuck on the spinners, and the rest is history. And if 2 spinners was a lot to handle, Sneeze has 10 in 5 sections. But one of those sections is already down, and Sneeze does have a tendency to self-destruct. As you can see, a lot of Sneeze parts. Sneeze has sneezed himself all over the marble box floor. And Linebacker knocks themselves out. Alright, here we are. Warcart versus Coal Mine. Now, Coal Mine is the one bot you have seen literally nothing of, past nor future. Coal Mine, you gotta get up. Stop playing dead. Oh, dog. Oh, dear. Purple wins. Alright, here we got it. Bug versus Piggyback. After their wins in round 1, I think both bots are itching for another fight. They kind of won in opposite ways. Bug won by putting Warcart on their back. Piggyback won while on their back. And Bug is just going to town against Piggyback. But now they're kind of facing opposite directions, and neither one can really do a whole lot of damage while they're like that. At least one of the piggybacks, the bottom one, has taken a lot of damage from this ride. But Bug has taken some damage. Yep, there goes the first of the piggybacks. A surprising amount of damage considering neither one's weapon is directed at their opponent. We're halfway through the time limit, but I don't think this one's gonna make it that far. I think this one's gonna end in a knockout, because both bots are about to be crushed, and that is perfect timing. Alright, here we are. Big versus Nessie. And Big just showing off that self-rider, and Nessie's like, okay, I'll bite.
Okay, I'll bite.
And Nessie has taken a huge bite out of that self-rider and is just crushing it, going to town. And there goes the self-rider, completely gone. Big's showing off there has left them without something that they kind of need right now. That Big is just on their head, upside down, no way to self-right, trying to use that hammer to no avail. And Nessie's just like, you know, coming in for a poke, perhaps? And that is exactly the kind of thing that Nessie was designed for, just grabbing on. And they did. That's what a grappler bot is for. And Big is just upside down, there's nothing they can do. The judge has not called it yet, apparently satisfied with the amount of movement Big is making, even though it is in no way controlled. They're just upside down in their own red square. Every once in a while, Nessie just comes in for another bite, but it's kind of hard to get a bite of something bigger than your mouth. They just collapse. Nessie wins. So far, Black and Dog have their bots at the bottom, but the top dog, that's Tongue. Despite getting wins this round, the selection committee is still not sold on neither Sneeze nor Warcart. But you know who they are pretty high on? Alien. Even though they have lost, the selection committee puts Alien over a full point above anyone else with a blemish on their record. But there's still 4 rounds left. we're gonna start round 3 with Warcart versus Sneeze. Then we'll go to the battle of 2 very similar named hammers. And then we got Alien versus Medical. And finally, we'll finish the round with Nessie versus Piggyback. Alright, here we are. Warcart versus Sneeze. Each of these bots has 1 win and 1 loss. This fight can absolutely establish the tone of whether you have a good season or a bad season. And Sneeze is already self-destructed, whereas Purple is just, going to town on the dislocated spinners. But Sneeze slams Warcart into the wall. And, ooh, one of the sneezes falls apart. Remember, if 3 of those sneezes get knocked out, then that happens, yeah. That's a win for Warcart. This is a fight between Big and Bug. Both bots have 3-letter names who start with B and end with G. That is where the similarities don't end, because they're also both hammer bots.
Okay, seriously, did you guys coordinate this, or I don't know?
And oh, that was a huge, huge hit by Bug. And Big is already looking damaged. Bug's hammer is just extremely powerful, and that was a statement fight. Alright, here we are. Alien versus Medical. Alright, so Alien rushes Medical and just gets caught up on that lifter. It might not seem like the most powerful weapon, but and Alien just drives over Medical. And this benefits Alien actually quite a bit if they can stay on this side. Flipping over might actually be advantageous too, but no, like, Alien's spinner, as you can see, is just going to town on Medical's body now. And Medical doesn't have their weapon facing that direction, so Alien is in an amazing spot here. And because of that flat back edge, oh, there goes a piece of armor off of Medical. And Alien should be able to finish this one off. And that will end the fight. Alien wins. Okay, here we have Nessie versus Piggyback. Both these bots are 2-0 so far. One of them's gonna get their 3rd win. Now, Nessie, this is a fight where Nessie can win. I mean, unlike their last opponent, Big, Piggyback can fit in Nessie's grabber. So if Nessie just bites down, this absolutely could go well for them. But they've taken some damage on their spinner, on their body. Piggyback's spinner has done a decent job, and now they're backing into another spinner. But you could also look at this as like not having any ability to move, because once Nessie drives forward, yeah, that one's just on their back. But Nessie gets knocked out. The Piggyback spinner is just too powerful. Warcart and Hermit Crab make it out of the bottom 5 and are replaced with Mover and Sneeze. At the top of the table, who's number 1? That is Snout. Also, very noteworthy, Bug replaces Medical in the top 6.
Now presenting some fights that were kinda controversial in terms of how they ended, so I put them in a montage instead.
Alright, here we are. Both of them looking for their first win. And same thing for Big Self-Rider, and now they're just both upside down and on their sides. Nessie is finding out that Coal Mine is indeed too big to fit in their grabber. This is a pretty key fight. And right away, they come to meet up in the middle. Linebacker getting some engagement on Coal Mine. flipping Coal Mine up against the wall, and then peels back. Oh well. Nessie gets underneath Artillery and flips them. Okay, War Cart versus Artillery. This looks like Big is ruled the winner. And, of course, Mover with the ability to get underneath. Alien is the fastest bot here, I believe. Artillery is already down 2 projectiles. And Coal Mine is on top of Linebacker and drops down like a hat without a head. We are gonna have a lot of weapon-on-weapon action here. And Hermit Crab gets some damage onto Big Self-Rider right at the beginning. Coal Mine is on top of Nessie, and their backs are to each other right now, so quite a lot of damage dished out in the opening minute, but Hermit Crab has taken a lot of damage in their wheels already. The Rainbow Shell takes a bunch of damage, and there goes Big Self-Rider. But Coal Mine has been upside down this whole time, and Coal Mine is ruled the winner. And Hermit Crab has flipped upside down, which means Big just topples over in a very cartoonish way. And oh, that breaks Tongue's weapon. And Hermit Crab loses their spinner, and War Cart on their side. And Coal Mine gets off the wall using their hammer. So Tongue is now out here without a functional weapon, and they just kind of plop down. And this might be something that gets Hermit Crab back. Coal Mine has just done a self-right. But now Artillery's back up in the air. But, I mean, they've got projectiles. You know, they are kind of a warplane in a sense. Artillery flips back upright. Both bots have taken a surprising amount of damage considering their backs are to each other. Oh, and Nessie is upside down, all twisted up. And Big doesn't have any way to self-right anymore, but Hermit Crab going back into the fight, and oh, the wheels take out Hermit Crab. Tongue driving toward Alien now. But they have not, oh, there goes one projectile, and Coal Mine upside down as well. And Mover appears to maybe be stuck? I think Mover might be stuck. Tongue just kind of has them held in the corner. You aren't supposed to be able to win by pin, but apparently Tongue has been ruled the winner. Do they even have the ability to get back up? It seems like they're trying. But they're able to push Hermit Crab away. Oh, and Nessie twists himself up, and in the process, gets rid of Artillery's Self-Rider. And since we have engagement, we're not going to rule a knockout here. But there's really not anything going here. Nessie just biting down on the floor, and Nessie wins, apparently. And we have more action. They confront each other yet again. And Artillery is just upside down. Oh, there goes Hermit Crab's wheel. Hermit Crab's back wheel is gone. Do we have a third self-right for Artillery in the cards? We do, and Warcard is just upside down. Both of these bots are upside down, and Artillery is ruled knocked out. And Warcard is upside down, and are they gonna recover? Mover has not shown the ability to get back on their wheels at all, whereas Hermit Crab can still move. Is Warcart going to self-right? I don't know, but they appear to be using their weapon as a wheel. Pushed away one final time, and we're going to the judges. And this seems a little off, but Mover wins. I would have thought Workhart would have been ruled out a while ago, especially now that they've lost their spinner. But Artillery continues to engage, so we're going to the judges. Workhart with the lead. It seems like Workhart did in fact take less damage. That's a win for Workhart. We're gonna start the round with Mover versus Big. And then we're gonna see if Nessie can snatch a bite out of the most agile bot here. And we're gonna finish round 4 with a battle to see who will be the last undefeated bot. Okay, so this is Mover versus Big. Neither one's having that great of a season, but there's still time to correct it. Mover tries to get a lift, but Big is just too big to really get a flip. They did do some damage to Big's main chassis, though. That's pretty good. And Big really does have a tendency to just stumble around. They're like this big bumbling giant. And there goes Mover's Flipper. Mover's Flipper is out of the fight, so now they're just like a wedge bot. They are both quite low on durability on their main chassis. Oh, but Big gets jammed up, and it's just sitting on Mover's head. and Moo were trying to tip back and let Big off. And they do, and Big has no way to self-right. I think the judge is gonna call it here as a win for Mover. Here we are. This is a battle between Alien and Nessie. And Nessie going in first, trying to get a little bit of a lift on Alien, and bites down, but they don't get a successful grab there. Alien so far has done a good job of outdriving Nessie. Oh, now we have a first fight. Cat gets a bite, and then Nessie releases. Alien probably would have a better chance in this fight if they entered it upside down, but it's too late for that now, unless they can get a flip here off of Nessie. No, they can't. That's a shame. That would have been cool. And Alien's taunting Nessie, just basically saying, oh yeah, strike my weapon. And then Alien climbs over Nessie, and Alien is like the one double-sided bot, like along with Sneeze. This benefits Alien. I think this one's gonna go to the judges, but if Alien can rack up enough damage against Nessie, they should win. And Nessie has Alien pinned against the wall. And we are going to the judges. Alien shoots up a bit. Oh, Alien is really ahead of Nessie now. Oh, Nessie passes. Ooh, this one looks like it's going in. Oh, no, Alien passes, and this is looking like a win for Alien. Yeah, that's a win for Alien. Alright, here we have Bug versus Tongue. This is a big fight. Both bots are 2-1 so far. The loser is mediocre, while the winner is very clearly established as having a good chance to make the tournament. Bug had already won way before this point in their last fight. But Tongue has bit their tongue, and Bug is getting in even more hits. We might have a knockout against Tongue. Oh, but Bug is upside down. And Bug's weapon is jammed. Both bots' weapons are jammed, and that is going to get in the way of Bug winning this one by knockout. And Bug has taken some damage. We have 2 defunct weapons. What's defunct mean? Ah, there it goes again. That's unfortunate. That could have really helped Bug. But instead, 3, 2, 1, we are going to the judges. It's actually, I could see this one going either way. Bug shoots up first, looking at around 70%, but then they fall down and Tongue catching up. But this looks, this is actually really close, but yeah, this is indeed a win for Bug. Here we have a fight between Snout and Piggyback. Winner is the only bot to start 4-0. My money's on Snout, just because, like, yeah, they can seriously flip a multi-bot like Piggyback. Very lightweight. Okay, so there goes Snout's flipper, so much for that. And they kind of have to parallel park here, because they've got spinners facing them from both sides, and Snout is just completely cornered. And to me, this looks like a victory for Piggyback is in the cards. Piggyback wins. Whoa, what's going on with Snaps? Spikes. Coal Mine and Mover get out of the bottom 5 and are replaced by Big and Hermit Crab, who fall in there. Meanwhile...
Amy.
What?
Are you actually going to explain the format? It's round 4. What is the deal with the top 6 and the bottom 5? Why are those significant?
Yeah. Right, okay. So basically, when all 6 rounds are done, the bots are going to be ranked by 5 categories. Now, top 6 guarantee making it to the 8-bot bracket. The bottom 5 guarantee they will not make it to the quarterfinals. The 5 in the middle will fight to get in to the tournament to get in the top 8. Does that make sense?
Not really.
Yeah, worth a shot. Basically, win fights against bots that are good, and you're in good shape. That's all you really need to know. We're gonna start round 5 with Coal Mine versus Medical. And then we have a battle of Hammer versus Flipper in Bug versus Snout. And then finally, Piggyback will try to stay undefeated against another tough bot in Alien.
Alright, Coal Mine versus Medical. And we have first contact. Coal Mine with a walk. And Coal Mine flips upside down. Coal Mine is upside, and Coal Mine has that self-writing down to an art. Coal Mine went for the big hit there, but Medical was out of reach, and I think this one is going to go to the judges. Both bots have been kinda alright in this fight. We'll see who did more damage. And Coal Mine rises first, but Medical shoots up, but then Coal Mine shoots up past. Neither bot looks like they took that much damage. Coal Mine seems to be winning. And, yeah. Coal Mine wins. Okay. Warcart versus Tongue. Now, Warcart lost their first fight, but has won 3 in a row since then. Warcart makes first contact, and Warcart is upside down. Warcart is upside down. This is not a good sign for Warcart. There we go. And now Warcart ready to go back to business. It's taken basically 0 damage. And with 100 seconds left in this fight, Warcart gets another hit. Tongue has done nothing so far, really. I gotta be honest, this is not the most interesting fight. Warcart very much showing off that weapon, but show off what it can do to other bots, such as Tongue. You may have heard of them. They're right behind you. I don't think there's any doubt about which way this one's gonna go. This seems very obviously to be a win for Warcart. Tongue took a decent amount of damage. Warcart has taken really no damage that I can see. Yeah, very little damage taken by Warcart, whereas Tongue took a hefty amount. That is a win for Warcart. Alright, Bug versus Snout. And they're off. Bug doing some damage, getting some good hits. Snout trying to get some flips in here, just can't seem to get a good flip on Bug, it seems. And Snout officially loses their flipper, while Bug's hammer is jammed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. We're going to the judges here. Bug versus Snout. Bug rises up first. Snout follows. And Snout is higher now. They're both looking around. I mean, Snout's looking like 70%. Bug also looking around 70%. Oh, this is super close. They're both in the 73% range. Wow. I am speechless. That was incredibly close. Bug wins. Okay, Alien versus Piggyback. Alien rushes and just completely climbs over Piggyback. It accomplished something, because Piggyback doesn't have weapons on the right side, whereas Alien does. So, okay, it accomplished something. Alien is in a good spot here. Piggybacks should probably try to get underneath. Okay, and now Alien's in a tough spot. They're kind of hung up. For a little while there, actually, the Piggybacks were both on their back. And Alien's taking some damage. And Piggyback trying to finish the job. This might be a finishable job. Alien looking really fragile right now. And there it goes. Piggyback wins.
Mover replaces Big in the bottom 5. Meanwhile, Nessie gets into the top 6, replacing Tongue. Snout is kind of in trouble. They've been slipping after 2 consecutive losses. But they're still in the top 6 for now. They'll probably have to win to stay there, though. in the final round. Now presenting some fights that were kinda insignificant in terms of the overall competition, so I put them in a montage instead.
But they're upright, and now their arms kinda high-five each other. Unless Sneeze stays away, we are going to the judges. Both bots looking for their second win here in round 4. One more Sneeze falls, and Hermit Crab wins. Hermit Crab wins. Both weapons doing damage to each other, and Hermit Crab flips over, so now Decimator can attack the wheels. And Sneeze is already self-destructed. Decimator goes in first, and this is Spinner versus Spinner. And Mover is on their back. We've seen this before, Linebacker getting some hits in while Mover is still just on their back, so... Whereas Sneeze doesn't seem to have any spinners facing Coal Mine, so... And Decimator flips over Mover. Mover versus Artillery. Both bots looking to pick up their second win. Oop, there goes Hermit Crab's weapon. There goes Decimator's weapon. Even though you couldn't finish the job. But you are going to get a judge's decision win, despite taking a lot of damage yourself. Ooh, but Linebacker flips over. Oop, there goes Mover's Slipper. Artillery flipped over. Sneeze is in big trouble here. No more weapons! You used them irresponsibly. They're just kind of a semi-wedgy wedge bot. Yes, Decimator does get their first win. Woo! And Mover is tipped over now. And they self-right. Okay, so Linebacker's back on their two wheels. And there goes one wheel on one of the Sneezes. And Decimator goes in for the charge. Decimator has lost their weapon now. And Linebacker is tipped as well. These last few seconds before we go to the judges. And that was an okay fight. And flipped over again. And Artillery shoots Mover. But it's Hermit Crab doing the pushing as time runs out. So we're going to the judges. Alright. Hermit Crab wins. And Mover's on their side. Still 9 wheels to go, of course, although you only need to knock out 3 of the sections to win by knockout. And Coal Mine, high-centered, there we go, Mover is upright. Decimator is just a box, they're just Quadmator. But Linebacker's down a spinner as well, and it looks like about 80-70 here. And Linebacker is going to get the win. Really? I think we're probably going to go to the judges, and Mover is gonna... Artillery coughing up another projectile as they're shoved away. And another projectile shot into Mover. And Mover once again is on their side. Artillery seems to be dominating this fight right now. Caught on the Sneezes. Not really sure the Sneezes can take advantage though, without any spinners facing that direction. And actually it looks like they don't have any spinners period anymore. And tips them over, and yeah. Decimator lands in Linebacker's arms as they go to the judges. That's a win for Linebacker. And Artillery is now out of projectiles. And Artillery has Mover's thing caught. And the Sneezes are down. It looks like they're down 2 sections from that hit. So that's pretty good for Artillery right now. Ooh, Artillery is in the air. So, Sneeze is in trouble, and Sneeze is out. Sneeze is out of the fight. Mover has Artillery in the air here, and Mover backs off. And now Artillery has their shield up. It's supposed to be a self-rider, but it'll do the trick as a shield. Oh, there it goes. Artillery self-rider is now gone. Mover's looking really low in terms of health. And Artillery is upside down without any means to self-right, but Mover is down 1 wheel, and Mover is out.
We're going to start the final round with Linebacker versus Medical, and we're going to finish with Warcart trying to take away Piggyback's chance at a perfect 9-0 season.
Alright, here we go. Linebacker versus Medical. Winner probably makes it to the middle 5. Loser probably doesn't, and will be eliminated. We got some weapon-to-weapon contact going here, and Medical flips Linebacker over, but Linebacker has a self-rider, which may have just saved the day. And there goes both weapons. This is just a push-bot battle now. Both of their main chassis have taken damage. Medical appears to have taken a bit more. And this one is going to the judges. And they're off. Judges appear to have medical ranked higher than lower. Oh, this is close. This looks close. Linebacker ahead a little bit. And I think that's going to do it. I think that is a win for linebacker. Alright, here we are. Tongue versus Coal Mine. Neither one of these have that powerful weapons. Or actually, Coal Mine's hammer is plenty powerful. But it has the disadvantage in the sense that Dog is very reluctant to fire it. And Coal Mine is hung up on Tongue there, and does get a nice hammer. Some nice pickaxe action. Boom. Another nice hit. And Coal Mine might tip over here. Oh, Coal Mine does tip over, but there isn't enough time to rule immobilization. This will go to the judges, even though Coal Mine did not. Alright, here we got the judges' decision. And Tongue appears to be in the lead, but after further inspection, Coal Mine just ahead. But this looks like a reasonably close fight. You want to end up higher. And it looks like this is a win for Coal Mine. Alright, here we have Alien versus Snout. These two are ranked number 5 and 6, a nice flip by Snout, and Alien is having a tough time for as long as that flipper is still in the action. That might not be much longer. It's definitely looking a little translucent here. Can something be more and less translucent? I think you can be more transparent and more opaque, but can you be more translucent? Like, translucent is like in between transparent and opaque. When you say more or less something, you're usually referring to the extreme ends of the spectrum that you're getting closer and further away from. So, being more translucent, that's the middle of the spectrum. I should probably be commentating on the fight, though. Snout has taken a lot of damage to Alien, but we're probably going to the judges. But this one, to me, does not look very close. Alien, to me, seems very clearly the more opaque bot. So, I don't think this is going to be close. Snout made it the full 3 minutes, but I don't think they would have made it much longer. That's a win, right? Alright, here we are. Warcart versus Piggyback. This one is probably not going to matter in terms of which bots make top 6. If Warcart loses, they probably will drop seed-wise. But the main thing at stake here is whether Piggyback can go perfect 6-0 in the qualifying fights. But these two, I think, are both clearly going to make the tournament. Warcart's performing a little stunt here, staying upright. Meanwhile, the upright Piggyback is too scared to attack, because it might get knocked out. There goes Warcart's spinner. Now they've been demoted to regular Hammerbot, but this one is going to the judges, despite Warcart barely spending any time upright. Alright, let's see who officially wins. I don't think this one's going to be particularly close either. Warcart did not take that much damage in comparison to Piggyback, which lost one of their Piggybacks and the other barely survived. So this is a win for Warcart. Piggyback will not go undefeated.
Piggyback, Bug, Warcart, Alien, Nessie, and Coal Mine each clinch a spot in the tournament. Sadly, Medical, Sneeze, Hermit Crab, Mover, and Decimator have not made it through this phase of the competition. The other 5 will participate in a series of play-in fights, where the final 2 spots in the tournament will be claimed. Here's how it's gonna work. First, Snout and Tongue are gonna fight. Winner gets into the tournament. The loser will face Linebacker, Big, and Artillery and an Annihilator, where they'll be eliminated one by one until one of them also gets into the tournament.
Alright, here we are. Snout versus Tongue. Winner gets into the tournament. Loser has to play in the Annihilator. The stakes are incredibly high here. Win and you're in, but if you lose, you're probably not in. Tongue approaches, while Snout makes a little shove. Overall, Tongue is getting some licks. Definitely some good licks for Tongue here, getting underneath Snout. There's nothing for Snout to do. Snout's gonna have to find some sort of way to break Tongue, or they're just gonna keep getting licked. Oh my word. Tongue. Wow. What on earth was that? That was the most incredible hit I've seen in this whole competition. I mean, if that doesn't win the fight, I don't know what would, but it's not gonna be a knockout blow because Snout played with the corpse. So we're going to the judges. Okay, here we are. Tongue rises up first. If this actually still goes to Tongue, that is going to be a real disappointment for Snout, because that was the most incredible hit I've ever seen, and Snout is ranked higher right now. I mean, Snout got Tongue's weapon, that's gotta account for something, right? And yes, it looks like this is going to go to Snout. Tongue should have used a mouth guard. Okay, here we are. Tongue versus Linebacker versus Artillery versus Big. Loser has their season end. The other three survive to the next round of the Annihilator. And the floor is a little glitchy, same as the timer has been all season. We weren't able to get it sorted out until after this fight was filmed. And in fact, after the entire Annihilator was filmed. And all four are in one big push here. Artillery lands a couple shots on Linebacker. Those projectiles have done a ton of damage to Linebacker, and it is between Tongue and Tongue and Linebacker, but then Artillery comes in and gets Linebacker out of here. Tongue and Artillery team up to bring themselves in Big to the next round. Alright, here we are. Tongue versus Big versus Artillery with a placeholder bot. This one could go any way. I could see any of these three being out, and Artillery's self-rider actually might have some pre-fight damage done to it, and they kind of tip over. That could hurt them. But Big and Artillery going at it. Big getting some hammers in there. And Tongue backing up to be a ramp, and all three of them are colliding now. And Big is taking a bunch of damage. Are Tongue and Artillery gonna team up again to knock out Big? It seems like yes, Big is knocked out. Tongue and Artillery made a good duo in the first 2 rounds. These two made a very good pair in the first 2 rounds, but at this point, only one of them can make the tournament. It's gonna come down to this fight. Now, Blue has an opportunity here to do what they basically never do, which is make the top half of a competition. If they can win this fight against Tongue, and Tongue bites their tongue, and Tongue really struggling movement-wise with their tongue hitting the floor. I don't know how the 5-second rule applies when it is the floor you are licking. Artillery drives over Tongue, and they're just right on top right now. The wheels are almost like kicking Tongue's tongue. And Tongue's tongue is working now, but it might be too late as it's time to go to the judges. Judges. And now we see for sure who's getting that last spot in the tournament. Oh, this is incredibly close. This looks like less than a percentage point. Artillery makes it to the tournament. Alright, we have our 8 tournament bots, and here they are with their seeds. Now, the only notable change, really, is that after the play-in fights, Snout was upgraded to 6 seed, and Coal Mine was downgraded to 7 seed. So their opponents are different. Ultimately, though, from this point onwards, you gotta win 3 fights to win the championship. We're gonna get this started with a rematch from round 4. Afterward, the Annihilator winner is going to take on the number 1 seed,
and we'll finish off with 2 HammerBots going against each other to make the semifinals.
Nessie versus Alien, the first tournament fight. Winner moves on to the semifinals. And right away, Nessie grabs Alien and is just shoving them all the way to the other side of the marble box. They could hope, and Nessie releases. And Nessie bites again. Alien struggling to get out. Oh, but it does. Alien breaks. Alien breaks Nessie's grabber. And at this point, I mean, you know, those spinners definitely did something, but Alien just has a problem. Like, their spinners just don't have enough reach in order to really do something sometimes, you know? This one looks like it's going to the judges. Did Nessie do enough before their grabber got bit? Nessie shoots up. Ooh, Alien flirting with passing Nessie. Both of them looking around the 70-75% mark. This looks to be a win for Nessie.
Alright, here we are. Warcart versus Snout.
The winner moves on to the semifinals. The loser out of the competition. Snout trying to get some good flips. Meanwhile, Warcart's hammer is just bouncing back violently because of those bouncy spikes on Snout. They can flip them over potentially like that. That was an impressive backflip from Warcart. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it looked cool. And now Warcart has flipped over. Well, that was very, very entertaining. That really was a cool backflip. Not a big fan of how much leniency the referee has been giving to Warcart, being upside down and not counting them as knocked out. I'll try to get that system fixed if we do a second one of these. Let me know if you want to do a second one of these. Let me talk directly to you commenters. Doing another MarbleBots? This has been a lot of work, but I think it's turning out to be a good video, so this could go either way. This is looking pretty close. Oh, this is heartbreaking for Snout, but Warcart moves on.
Okay, Artillery versus Piggyback.
The winner moves on to the semifinals as always, and Artillery, as reward for winning the Annihilator, has a really tough matchup here against Piggyback, who has gone 5-1. All 5 wins are by knockout. Piggyback is the best knockout artist in the competition so far. And Piggyback has just delivered knockout by Stinger somehow. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen.
Okay, here we are. Bug versus Coal Mine.
The winner will be the last pure HammerBot left in the field. We'll see if Coal Mine can pull off the upset as the 7 seed going up against the 2 seed. Right now, they're upside down, but overall, they've shown improvement, and that was beautiful. 10 out of 10. Bravo. That was almost like a gymnastics routine, like a floor gymnastics routine, you know? But let's get back to them actually fighting. Coal Mine has done some damage here. You gotta give props to them, you know? Bug seems to have actually taken more damage than Coal Mine has, which is very impressive for Coal Mine. Overall, though, the quarterfinals hasn't resulted in that many interesting fights. I'm surprised. Bug's hammer might not be working. Normally they would be all hitty-poundy, you know. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we got some action. I think at this point... Ooh, good shot there by Coal Mine. Brick really has taken a ton of damage. Or Bug, rather. But Coal Mine has taken some damage, too. This has probably been the best offensive display we've seen between, like, both bots of all 4 quarterfinals matches. And yet... we don't have a knockout. Wow. Coal Mine wins.
56 fights down, 3 to go. We have our semifinalists, and one of them is going to win the championship. It's the semifinals, and we have 2 rematches, which were previously won by the higher seeds. The winners of each will go against each other in the finals.
Okay. Coal Mine versus Warcart. Winner moves on to the finals. Now, they've fought previously where Coal Mine stayed upside down too long and was ruled knocked out. Now, Warcart, when they're upside down, tends to get away with it because their spinner gives them enough movement. And the referee is very, very laxed. And right now, they're opposite. They're facing away from each other right now, so not much damage can be dealt. Interesting. And Warcart is upside down. If Warcart gets through again in the same fashion,
That's not a good look. At all.
unless anything happens, I think we're gonna end up going to the judges, because Warcart isn't self-writing. And why would they when they've gotten away with it before and continue now? I should rewrite that script. So the question is, who's getting through? Coal Mine rises up, Warcart rises up second. And neither one took very much damage, predictably so. And Warcart is just gifted a spot in the finals. Nessie versus Piggyback. Here we go. Winner moves on. And Nessie has both piggybacks in their mouth right now. They only really have room for one, and they drag the front piggyback all the way to the back wall. And I think they've pretty much more or less gotten through the top layer of armor that the piggybacks have, at least for that one. Yeah, that front piggyback is a lot lower than they started. But so is Nessie, right? Nessie has taken some damage. And that's one piggyback just gone, and this is a 1v1 now. Can Nessie finish Piggyback off and secure a spot in the finals? No, Piggyback wins!
The 1 seed and the 3 seed. Piggyback and Warcart. One of them will win the championship. Also at stake, Purple trying to be the first Marble ever to win 2 different competitions. Can they do it? Let's find out.
Alright, here we are. Warcart versus Piggyback. Whoever wins this fight will be our first ever MarbleBots champion. Both bots only have 1 loss in this whole competition. Warcart's was to Bug in round 1, Piggyback's was to Warcart in round 6. And Piggyback is on their back, both of them, in a really vulnerable spot here. Warcart just needs to take advantage and knock them out, and prove that yes, even though I had a controversial run here, I can beat the number 1 seed when no one else could, and I beat them twice. And that's 1 piggyback down, just 1 left, and this will be Warcart's championship. Warcart battering them over and over, trying to get this win, and there's really not much Piggyback can do at this point, other than hope for a miracle. But you don't just hope for a miracle in MarbleBots. You make your own. What can Piggyback do here? They're clawing, trying to flip themselves up on that wall. And Warcart coming in one more time. And Warcart wins.